penalty shootout. To me, those two words are the most dreaded, most tense, most nerve wracking, most high pressure, most unpredictable moment of any soccer, football match, whatever you call it, because it's just, you know, when you step up to the spot and you go to take your penalty, either you're whether you're the goalkeeper or the penalty taker, you either have the weight of a whole club or the weight of a whole nation on your shoulders, and the whole pressure of it as well. And not to even imagine, depending whether you're in a whether you're in a quarterfinal or a final, the pressure and high stakes you're at when you step up to take a penalty. You know, like I can't honestly in penalties they really do shake me up. They really do make me nervous. They make me like close my eyes and make me be like, what's gonna happen? And heck, I don't like. They can be against. It can be a penalty shootout between two teams I've never heard of, never seen, never watched, don't even support, don't even know who's on their team. But doesn't matter, because just because they're penalties, it'll make me nervous, because who knows what's at stake, or just penalties in general. Because it puts a lot of pressures on the players. Because sometimes you can see it in the way a penalty taker walks up. Sometimes you see him walk up, cool as a cucumber, ready to take his penalty, and he scores it. And that is very common. But sometimes you have a player that does the exact same thing, looks calm, looks ready, and he just misses. And there's really no explanation for that other than he just missed. And other times you see a player, I can't remember which game in the Copa America, I think it was in Venezuela versus I don't not know who, but the player steps up for the penalty, and he just looked beyond nervous. He wasn't ready for that penalty. He really wasn't. And sure enough, he missed it. He didn't score it, and I'm pretty sure it was Venezuela, and his team lost. And recently, a lot of games have been going to penalties, and like especially in both summer tournaments that's been going on. In the Copa America, you had the Copa America final where it was Argentina versus Chile, and Argentina were first to take the penalties, and Messi steps up to it, and you would think a player of Messi's caliber puts that penalty away 9 out of 10 times every day of the week, 365 days a week, 7 hours a day. You think he puts it away, right? He soars it over the bar, misses that penalty, and that first miss ultimately led to Chile winning their second straight Copa America, which is crazy. And then you jump over to the Euros, and you have Poland versus Portugal, and Portugal went off pens because I believe it was Blaszczykowski. Blaszczykowski's penalty was saved by the Portuguese goalkeeper, and goalies don't really get praised enough. I feel bad for goalies. I think playing goalie is the hardest position in general, not to mention in a penalty shootout, because like goalies, they can become heroes or they can be the one to blame. If it goes to a penalty shootout and you're a goalie and you don't save a single pen, you get put in the spotlight of being the reason why they lost. But and then recently more games have been coming down to pens, like the Germany-Italy shootout, which was an insane shootout. Both teams full of world-class players, top quality players, but you have players like Schweinsteiger that soared it, Ozil that hit the bar, Zaza, I believe was his name for Italy, who was subbed on to purposely take that penalty, and then he goes and soars it. And the main reason I really wanted to touch on this topic was because the Euro final is coming this Sunday, and it's going to be between France and Portugal. And I want you guys to leave in the comment section down below, do you think it'll go to pens? Because if this goes to pens, I think it'll be an interesting rematch between Griezmann and Ronaldo, because if you didn't know, the UEFA Champions League went to pens, and that was against Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. And pretty much the two stars of both teams, Antoine Griezmann of Atletico and Cristiano Ronaldo of Real, will be facing each other. So it'll be a little international rematch, with their two teams. Can France get their third title on home soil, or can Portugal get their first Euro trophy and it'll be interesting to see. It'll be real interesting. I hope, me personally, I hope it doesn't go to pens. I really don't want it to go to pens. I'd be too nervous. My heart could not handle that. My heart would probably explode. But hopefully, it'll be a good game. Hopefully, honestly, personally, I really don't want it to go to pens. But it'll be an interesting rematch to see what happens. And this is a short little video, 5 minutes. But let me know. Do you think it'll go to pens? Will it finish 90? Will it be a 90-minute job, or will it go to pens? And I'll see you guys later.